All right, guys, welcome back. I haven't made a video in a while, and I figure since we're here eating some junk food, I'll get my son back here. He's playing the game, so you might hear that game in the background playing. I think he's playing. What you playing, Mario?
Yeah.
Something. Okay, so he's playing Mario, and while we're here, I'm going to talk about some stocks, and I'm going to talk about some crypto. Now, I haven't made a video in a while because the things that the market is going through, everything is just pulling back and pulling down. It's just so much, and the market's not reacting like how I would think, and and I haven't really seen any opportunities for me. So I just kind of just sat back and watch everything come down, which I kind of expect. A lot of the market was going to pull down until something changed. So something did change. Okay, something did change. Our leader here in the United States, he put a pause on the tariffs for 90 days. Okay, and as soon as he did that, you seen the reaction. So the market is kind of tied to the crypto market is kind of tied to the stock market now, since they start making all these ETFs and they start figuring out that they can make some money. So he's trying to be funny. So you see the resemblance. Okay, so let's go right here. Let me make this a little bit smaller. Okay, so as you can see, let's go to Bitcoin. Okay, so you see these big spikes right here, these big run-ups right here. Everything kind of followed. You would say everything followed Bitcoin, but since it's tied to the stock market now, let's go over to the stock market real quick. Let me go over here. If I can get this to load. And let's go to okay, I just use Palantir. Okay, so Palantir, you see how it just ran up like that? That's the same thing you've seen on the crypto market. So right when he announced that there was going to be a pause on the tariffs, the market opened up over here at 9:30. It started moving sideways. It went down, and then I guess this is probably where the announcement came out, and everything said, okay, that's good, so it's going to run up, and now it's starting to trade sideways. Now the market just closed. That's why everything's went black. So it's 8 o'clock. The market's closed. After hours trading is closed. So what are you doing back here? Okay. So the market's closed, but people are like, they're trying to figure out what to do. Some people are scared, but usually when there's fear in the market and people just start selling their stuff, like, it's not financial advice, but that's like the wrong thing you can do. If anything, you do the opposite of what you're thinking. Like, it's like time to take advantage, right? The stock market is like it was way down. This is not a good example. Let me go to because I'm really here to talk about crypto, but I'm gonna go to the let me see. Let's go to S&P 500. Okay, so you see the big run up. It's trading sideways right now. And what do I think is going to happen? Well, it needs to get back over in this area. So we're at 545. So it needs to get past here. Okay, if we can't get 545, we need to get back up here. If we can't pass this and go up here to 556 or past the 555, 560, then I don't know what's going to happen. excuse me. But I do think that the most of the market and everything is just going to start climbing back up, okay, until a certain time, and then it's going to peak off and it's going to start curving back down, and it's going to start slamming down really hard. Okay, I think our leader kind of gave everything a break to cool off until 90 days, right? So what does that mean? I'm gonna go back over the crypto chart because I'm really here to talk about crypto. But what does that mean? So 90 days, okay? You've seen the correction of the crypto market, you've seen the correction of the stock market, everything start pushing back up. So within 90 days, let's say like half of 90. What's that, 45? So from now until I gotta look on the calendar, whatever date it's going to be, 45 days from now, expect the stock markets to start climbing back up. And I would assume, it's just my thought, we're going to see if I'm right, after when it hits the 45th day and the stock market and that day peaks off, you may see the market start trading sideways. And then, as long as no other crazy news come out, or as long as something crazy don't happen, I think the market is going to keep going up for 45 days. And then once you hit like the 46th day, 47th, 48th day, I think it's going to start curving back and start tapering off and coming back down. I got a lot of words I'm trying to say. I think it's going to start tapering off after the 45th day, 47th day, 48th day, because it's going to be halfway there and it's going to be approaching the 90 day. And the 90 day, when the the tariff hold is done after the 90 day, depending on what they do or what he does, if it goes back into effect and it start coming down, I think it's really gonna start slamming down, like lower than what it was. Okay, so expect that, unless they come up with some kind of agreement with these other countries, and they come up with agreement, then everything will start correcting itself. But if it doesn't, and they put the tariffs back in place after 90 days, then the market, once it peaks off and come back down, it's going to start slamming down even more. Okay, but only if they don't come out with some kind of other news between now and then. Okay, now Bitcoin, let's get right into it. Okay, so it's amazing how, like, you have all these different cryptos, and it makes you wonder, like, how in the world is all these cryptos following Bitcoin when these, like Solana, XRP, Doge, like Link, like Cardano, how are they following them? How are they following Bitcoin when you purchase it? Like, it's not tied to Bitcoin, right? So if someone's just buying Bitcoin and Bitcoin start running, why is it that Doge and all these rest of the coins are just following? It makes you wonder, like, how is it happening? What makes it happen? And it could be a couple things. It could be because people are programmed and people are taught to think, well, Bitcoin is like the SPY or something, and the S&P, and if it's gonna, when that pushes, then everything's gonna push it. So people are like, okay, well, Bitcoin's going up. Okay, let me start buying some Solana. Let me start buying some XRP. Let me start buying this, because we were told that when Bitcoin runs, everything follows. So everyone start buying in these different categories. So I think that's one of the reasons why it goes up. But are they really like linked together somehow? Other than that, I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird. It's just my thought. But anyway, let's go right over to XRP. Okay, so the news about the tariff being on hold for 90 days. So this spiked up and it started moving sideways, just like the market. Now, where I think we're going to go from here, I think there's going to be some more upside, but sometime XRP can do its own thing without the market. So we just need to get past, let me see, we're at 207. We need to get past here. We're at 205. I looked at this chart earlier. Okay, 209, and we're over here, 207. So we need to get back up here at 209. If we can pass 209 and get up here, right here, 213. We really need to get past this, okay? 214 and this right here, 215. Once we pass 215, see all this, 215, we need to pass these highs over here. If we can pass 215 and run up to 219, 220, I think once we get past 220, we'll be in a smooth selling to run up here to like 234 and on up. Okay, But if we cannot hold, if XRP can't hold where it's at right now, and it start coming back down, if it comes back down to like 203, you can almost expect it's going to start falling down to about here, to really close to the $2 mark. But everything's trying to correct itself. It is going into the weekend, and you know crypto most likely will either consolidate and hold its pattern sideways, or some news come out of something that's going to start going up. Okay, but most of the time crypto will run on Fridays for many reasons. Either people get paid and they decide to go put money in the stock market, or or they're more focused on it because they're not working. All those things, you know. So money start flowing back into it, and people start moving stuff around. But I'm going to keep an eye on it. I think this is just a run up for the moment. Like I said, for like 45 days, and I think it's going to start tapering off. And you may see some really high highs in a lot of stuff between this 45-day period. Okay, and then after that, I think it's going to start tapering off. I know I keep saying that, but it's just my thought, because I looked at a lot of stuff and this is how I see it. And like I said, the only thing that will change that pattern like this and then back down is if our leader comes up with some kind of news or come up with some kind of deal with these other countries, and then he'll cancel some of these tariff holds, and they strike a deal with these other countries. But if it doesn't, and it stays on course, hit 45 days and start coming down, and then after the 90-day, they put the tariffs back in place. And if we're down here where we was, like if we're back down here, guys, it's gonna be so easy to come back down here to 170. Okay, and I think we're going to see some more highs, but I think it's very possible after that, if the economy and stuff don't go right, we're going to go down here and see some lower than lows. Okay, and that's including Bitcoin and all of it. Okay, but that's it, guys. I just wanted to run my mouth real quick. I haven't made a video in a while. Yeah, but I am expecting XRP to come back down here to this $2 mark. And if it can't hold it, then it's going to start tapering down below $2. Okay, it may even do it tonight. We will see. Okay, I'm going to finish this and we're going to head home. And thank you guys for continuing to watch me. Greatly appreciate it. Like I said, we're all in this stock market to learn it. I'm here to learn. I'm not a professional, but I have learned a lot of stuff, and that's why you're here. Okay. And also, someone want to know how to donate to my channel. If you want to donate, I'm gonna leave a link at the bottom in the top. I'm gonna pin it to the top of the comment section. It's called Buy Me a Coffee. Okay, that's one of the best ways to donate to my channel. Just buy me a coffee. Okay. All right, guys. See you in the next one. Take care. Peace, and invest wisely. Peace.